first question to you is there a shorter version of your name?
You can always call me AK, or you can call me Apar, whatever you want to call me. You can always call me Bittu.
Apar, Bittu, how does it feel? The fact that Stree 2 has done what it has to the box office, was it expected, and how are you celebrating?
It will be absolutely wrong if I say that anyone expected this. But having said that, we did expect good numbers because touchwood, we were having a lot of fun while shooting this. And we were having double the fun as we had in the first, Stree in 2018. And that also, touchwood, worked pretty well. And it had touched, people's heart. And we did get a lot of love from the audiences at that time. But what we have got this time around is absolutely unprecedented. I think it's just very overwhelming, yeah, and my heart is just full of gratitude.
So what do you think makes it work? What's your reading of horror comedy as a genre, Apar? Why do you think it's clicking?
I think first the genre itself, horror and comedy together. Secondly, I would say the quirky writing and casting. And I think the entire paraphernalia which has been created in this world, I think from VFX to create music to everything. I think each and every box gets tick mark. You get some really funny scenes. You get some really good horror parts in it. And then you get some good performances from the actors, and I think it all shaped up well.
It has shaped up well in a way that I understand that your brother Ayushmann is also likely to be in the third installment of Stree. Is that likely to happen? And if that does, then are we going to see the two brothers acting together?
Well, though I'm not allowed to talk about it at all, but he's not going to be in Stree 3, but he's going to be a part of one of the horror comedies in the same world.
So when you talk about acting and like the roles that come your way, perhaps the kind that you get to choose at some point when you arrive in your career, in terms of those opportunities that you are spotting, where are the biggest opportunities? Is it films? Is it OTTs? Where do you find actors like yourself? Where do you consider yourself in that entire race? Because you did mention young actors. You've been doing a whole host of different things, like hosting, like RJing, like doing comedy as well. But tell me, when it's your acting career, what's the course you're choosing?
Yeah, it's not something you can really pinpoint. I think the rise of OTT was just meant to be, and COVID had a huge role to play there. I think, be it OTT, be it films, or even if it's, if you talk about my parallel careers of hosting and singing, it's really about being at the right place at the right time, which you can really not preempt or decide कि मुझे ये करना है और मैं ऐसे करूँगा. I think it is just really about being at the right place at the right time. Just get up every morning, work on your skill, work on yourself, and try to make every day count. I think just be at the right place at the right time, and then then the energies have to come together to give you relevant work.
But you never know when it is the right place and the right time until it actually turns out to be that. So really, like what you're pointing out, you can't plan your career, especially in the world of entertainment. But then you always have a backup. Have you always had a backup? Because I'm seeing that you're a singer. You did mention that as well. And I see a song like Zarur that you've sung in the album of the same name. Tell me about that part of you, because is it your backup career option?
Yeah, I think the kind of field I am in, they both really can go hand in hand, and they really complement each other. A lot of people, when I'm singing, the music engineers at the studio, they tell me that Apar, you might not be a classically trained singer, but because of your acting abilities, you're able to give very different expressions, and it is something which has been said to me very repeatedly. And while I am acting, people do say that you modulate your voice texture to make your character sound different. Right. So I think they both go pretty much hand in hand. So I would not really call it my backup profession. It'll be unfair, as well as, I think they can really go hand in hand, and I'm really enjoying this space where I can act and sing both at the same time.
I also know about your spine thriller film Berlin. It's going to have a digital release. When you have a direct-to-digital release, I just wondered, how differently it works for an actor?
I think it works great. First of all, any window you get, be it on, in a movie hall or on an OTT platform, it's great that you're able to showcase your craft as an actor or as a writer director to the world. That is the most important thing, I think, when it comes to filmmaking. Secondly, in a year's time, from Jubilee to Stree to Berlin, if I'm able to come out with 3 different projects and, of course,
Yes.
in between Zarur and Kuryani as well, if I'm able to showcase my, craft in so many different ways in a year's time to my audiences, I think it's just kind of great. It really ticks mark all the boxes, and I think as an artist, you don't feel monotonous about your craft, if that's
Right.
the right way to say
Right.
it.
So it works for yourself. You're saying
you
that.
feel blessed about it.
Yes. So you're expanding your repertoire, as it were. You're not getting stuck in a box, and you're keeping all your options alive at the same time. Talking about uncertainty, Apar, in that kind of environment, how do you plan your investments when you're not sure where your next job is going to come from? You need to kind of factor that in. When you have that much versatility going for you, you're actively pursuing different passions. Then how do you ensure that you're going to be financially sound? How have you done it?
I have a lot of school friends from, Chandigarh who are into real estate. They help me out. Secondly, my wife is a pass out of a B school. She's from ISB, and then she really knows the numbers well. And her father is a CA, and jo unka bhai hai Nishant Ahuja, he comes from an investing background.
Right.
He is an ex-IFL employee, and then touchwood, I have a good bunch of friends and family to keep me informed about what's happening, what's not happening. And then, I wouldn't say it came naturally to me. I think all these friends and family, especially Akriti, my wife, they really kind of helped me to make right investments.
Right. So then when you're aspiring for higher, when you have that kind of sense of financial stability, even if it's coming from family and they're taking the important decisions for you, you are setting your sights on something higher, something that you'd like to achieve. What are the sights that you've set for yourself?
Honestly, I hope you're not talking about numbers here. We are just talking about,
your career path and your goals.
Yeah, absolutely. So, even when I started, I never used to plan things, so to say. But I must say, you always, I do have an everyday plan. When I sleep at 11 p.m. at night, I send my next day's schedule to 5 people, which are a mix of my office people and my family, and I leave it on my family group as well, so that everybody knows that where I am at a particular point of time. So I plan on daily basis, so that I'm focused on a particular schedule, and the discipline is intact to have a schedule each day. Talking about a long-term planning, I would say it's really about taking those baby steps and improving your craft to become a better actor, to become a better human being, and to be ready for all the good and the bad things which are going to come your way, to make it better as again, as an actor, as a father, as a husband, as a friend. So yes, that's majorly how I plan. But I would really say I'm a very present guy.
Apar, it's a joy chatting with you, Apar, AK. It's a great honor to have you on ET Now. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Vikram. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and please give my regards to everyone in the team. And thank you so much to you, and please convey this to all your audiences, that thank you so much for making Stree 2 such a big hit and accepting Bittu with open arms.